Hello my friends and welcome to another video of my channel. In this video I'm gonna show you how to send some data from one activity to another activity by using intent. In this application I chose different type of variables to show you how to send them. First of all, a name, which is a string type, then age, which is integer type, and a state of a checkbox, which is a boolean type. And by pressing this send data button, the data will be transferred to the second activity and it will be shown in this text view. If you are ready, let's get started. Okay my friends, let's start with designing the activity layout. Here I have a text view, I don't need it. I'm deleting this text view. Then I need a plain text here as the name. If you don't know how to work with edit text, you can click on this link and watch video about it. I need another one, maybe this. And for the first one, the ID can be edt name. For the second one, the ID can be edt age. And I need a hint text here, so hint, I'm going to search it, and age. Then I need a checkbox, and if you don't know how to use the checkbox, you can click on this link and watch video about checkbox. Then I need a button. The ID of the checkbox can be checkbox, and the text maybe ch box test. Okay, if you don't know how to use the button, the same, you can click on this link and watch video about the button. And I'm going to change the ID of the button to button and the text of the button to send data. Now I think it's good. Let's open the emulator and check it on emulator. So we have everything here, and that's good. Now let's go to the project view, click on the package which is holder of the main activity, click on new, on activity, on empty activity to create another activity, and I'm going to call it second activity. Then finish. In the second activity, I need only a text view to show us the result of transferring data. If you don't know how to use the text view, you can click on this link and watch video about the text view. The ID can be text view, and let's just change a bit the text size. By default the text size is 14 sp, and I'm going to change it maybe to 22 sp. It's better and it will be better visible. So now we have to go back to main activity. Okay, first of all we are starting with the widgets. We have to initialize them. Button send equals to find view by ID. The type is button, and the IDs are ID dot button. Then edit text, the name equals to find view by ID. Edit text and r dot ID dot name. I'm going to press Ctrl D to duplicate the line with the age, and here age as well. I have a checkbox find view by ID. It's a checkbox, and r.id dot checkbox. Okay. Send. Why it's like that? Let's change the name. I don't like it. btn send. Dot setOnClickedListener. Okay. By this function, when I'm clicking on the button send, we want to get all of the datas from these three items and send them to the second activity. So I need a variable. I'm going to call it name equals to edt name dot text dot to string. I'm going to duplicate this line and calling it age. This time from this edit text, and for now that's enough. Let's check it and send this data to the second activity. Then we will go back and continue with the checkbox. Now we need an intent. If you don't know what is intent and how we can use it and why we are using an intent, you can click on this link and watch video about the intent. Then you can come back and watch the rest of this video. Equals to intent this to second activity. Okay. As you remember in the previous video, we wrote a start activity and passed the intent to this. These two lines are enough to go from the first activity to the second activity, but when we want to take some data from the first activity to the second activity, we have to put this data into this intent. So between these two lines, we have to write them intent dot put extra. So as you see, we have different types of variables. It can be integer, byte, character, long, float, short, double, boolean, bundle, string, integer array, byte array, an array of all of them, and a lot of different types of data can be sent from one activity to another activity by intent. Here between two brackets show that we need only two things. First of all, the name that should be in a string type, and the second part is the data that we want to send it. So put extra, and the key for the first one, I'm going to write the name, and the data should be this name. Okay, the same for the second one. The age is the key value, and the text of the edit text is the data that we want to send it to the second activity. Let me change them to 1 because we will not change them in the future. The type of age is integer, so here I forgot, I should write to integer to make it integer. And that's it for this activity. Let's go to the second activity. I have a text view here. I should initialize it, the txt result equals to find view by id, type text view, then r.id.text view. First of all, I have to make an intent here again equals to get intent. Then I need some variables again. Name equals to intent dot get a string extra, because the first one was a string, and I have to pass the key. Here the key was the name, so I'm passing the name exactly the same. Sorry. And for the second one, the age, which was an integer, intent dot get integer extra, the key was age with the capital letter, and as you see here I have an error. So I need two parameters. The second parameter is the default value, and it can be 0. Then the txt result that text equals to, now I have to put the value of these two variables into this text to show them into the screen. Okay, now everything is set. Let's check it on emulator. The name can be, for example, Alex. The age can be 20, and send data. Okay, collected data, name Alex, age 20. I have extra space here and I don't like it. That's it. And now let's go to the main activity again to do the same for the checkbox. Here first of all I need a boolean checkbox state equals to false. Then here checkbox dot set on check change listener. Okay, if is checked, checkbox state equals to true, and if is not checked, checkbox state equals to false. Now I have to pass the state of the checkbox to the second activity. So here I'm doing the same. Intent dot put extra, and here I have the boolean type, so I can use this one. The name, I'm gonna call it a state, and I'm passing the name of the checkbox state. Let's go to the second activity. Here checkbox state equals to intent dot get boolean extra. Here, as you see, again for boolean we need two different parts. The first part is the name and the second part is the default value. So the name was state and the default value can be false. And here again I have to mention it. State equals to checkbox state. Now let's check it. Age 32 and the state is true, and I'm coming back and the state is false, and any different change that I'm making will be shown into the second activity properly. Okay, that was everything for this video. If you find this video interesting, please remember to share it and give me a thumbs up. If you have any question, write down below in the comment box and I will be happy to answer to your questions. Have a good time. See you in next videos. Bye bye.